Okay, this is the final question. Question 11, it's worth 15 marks and it caught many people out. Either for one of two reasons. One, it was towards the end of the paper and you ran out of time, or it was quite tough as a question because you had to have a good understanding of differentiation, the product rule, and how things fit together with functions. So let's go through it fairly slowly. We're going to start by finding f prime of 1. Well, first of all, f prime means you are going to differentiate there. That's that little dash. So we'll do it two ways. The first way is the way that really I'm hoping most of you get to for recognition of chain rule. So f of x equals 4x plus 5, and that's to the power of a half. Power of a half is the same as square root. Now, if you know the format for chain rule, you're going to differentiate this. You get 4, throw it in front, take the power, throw that in front, and then reduce the power by 1. So let's do that. So f prime of x, the first differential, equals 4. The differential of 4x plus 5 is 4, and then times a half, and then times by 4x plus 5. Now reduce the power by 1, you get minus a half. So that's equal to 2, and then I'm going to write 4x plus 5 to the power of minus a half. I could write it like this. 2 over the square root of 4x plus 5. Both are the same. It's equivalent to that. Okay, now, if you didn't know that, you could write it like this. Y equals 4x plus 5 to the power of a half. dy by dx is equal to, now before we do that I'm going to say let u equals to, I'll put a line here because it's an alternative method, u equals to 4x plus 5, and then we can say du by dx is equal to 4, y is equal to u to the power of a half, dy by du is equal to 1/2 u to the power of minus 1/2. Okay, so this is our setup for the chain rule. dy by dx is equal to du by dx times dy by du. Now, this u and u will cancel to become dy by dx. So what is du by dx? Du by dx is 4. dy by du is a half times u to the power of minus a half. And we then replace our u with 4x plus 5 equals, and 4 times a half is 2, 4x plus 5 to the power of minus 1 over 2. Both methods are fully acceptable. You have to choose which way to do things. Okay, so that was part A. Part B, let's have a look at part B. Oh, hang on, part A is asking for f prime of 1 is equal to, so now we just sub in 1 into this. So that's 2, 4 plus 5 to the power of minus a half. Easy to write that as equals to 2 over 9 to the power of a half. 9 to the power of a half is 3, so that's 2 over 3. That's f prime of 1. Okay, now we can look at part B. Part B is asking about another function g. It says another function g has got a point r on it, and the x-coordinate of r is 1. The equation of the tangent to the graph of r is 3x plus 6. So let's draw that and see what it looks like. So our thinking is saying g is some function. I'm just going to draw a curve. I don't know what it looks like. And at some point, the x-coordinate is 1. Yeah? And that's when the x-coordinate is 1. I'll put in a little thing here for the coordinate 1 comma something. Right? And the tangent at that point looks like this. It's the tangent through this point. And the equation of the tangent is 3x plus 6. 3x plus 6. Okay, y equals 3x plus 6. Now, at this point, x is 1, so it's valid for this. So what we can say is that 3 times 1 plus 6 is equals 3 plus 6, which is 9. So the coordinate here, the y-coordinate, is 9. So this coordinate represents x, comma, and the 9, this is the function g, so it's g of x. Yeah? So g of 1, so it's 1, and then g of 1. So g of 1 equals 9. And that is, I think that's what, yes, that's, they asked for, sorry, that's part C. They asked for g prime of 1. G prime of 1 for B, so this is part C, let's just write part C here. Part B says g prime of 1. Well, we see this equation here, 3x plus 6, the gradient of that is g prime of 1. G prime of 1 is equal to 3. It says in the question, just write it down. So you can just write down the number 3 and you're done. Okay, now we look at part B. Now, before I do that, I did parts B and C in a slightly different order. It doesn't really matter as long as you write things like this. G of 1 equals 9. G prime of 1 equals 3. They don't mind. Now it's saying, let h of x equals f of x times g of x. Find the equation of the tangent to the graph at h at the point where x equals 1. So h of x is a compound, two things multiplied together. To differentiate that, we're going to need some information here. So part D. H of x equals g of x times f of x, or f of x times g of x, it doesn't matter. So h prime of x is equal to g prime of x times f of x plus, this is the product rule, g prime of x times f of x plus g of x times f prime of x. Okay, so if we wanted h of 1, h prime of 1, because we want the equation of the tangent, so we need the gradient when x equals 1, h prime of 1 is equal to g prime of 1 times f of 1 plus g of 1 times f prime of 1. Now we've got most of these here. G prime of 1 is 3, and f of 1, have we done f of 1? No. F of 1, I'll do it up here. F of 1 equals 4 times 1 plus 5 to the power of a half. So that's the square root of 9 equals 3. Okay. So f of 1 is 3, and then g of 1 plus g of 1, we've got g of 1 is 9, times f prime of 1. F prime of 1 we worked out is 2/3, okay, times 2 over 3. Okay, so that's equal to, run out of space, 9 plus 9 times 2/3. That's, these are going to cancel. That's 3 and 1, so that's 3 times 2, which is 6, equals 15. So that, let me take this over the page, we're finding the equation of a tangent, so that is m equals 15. Now what we need is to find the point is h of 1. We need to know the value when h is 1. We know x is 1, so what is the y point? H of 1 equals f of 1 times g of 1. And f of 1 from before is 3, and g of 1 is 9. So here we can write equals 3 times 9 equals 27. So we've got a point, and the point we've got is 127, and we've got a gradient equals 15. So I'm going to use this equation. Y minus y1 equals m, x minus x1. What does it ask for the format? It just says give the equation of the tangent. Find the equation of the tangent. Fine. So as soon as we fill this in, we've got the equation. So we can say y minus 27 equals m, 15, x minus 1. Bang. I've got the marks now. If I want to be extra, I can simplify it and write it out, but they haven't asked for any other format. So y equals 15x minus 15 plus 27. Y equals 15x. Now 15 plus 27 is going to be 12. Okay.